Hi everybody, it's good to see you again. We're putting out our March newsletter and we put on a technique for you to try out called, it's a version of a meditation technique, and it's using the intuitive part. And just to give you the facts for all of that is that most of you know who've seen us will know that there are four of these gifts and that we use them in our own order.
Hello, my name's Thomas. Yeah, we did it's called Methods of Meditation Technique, a version of it, using our intuitive gift, which deals with sound and words. And so we get a word from our guidance or from spirit or just inspiration and see what that means for us. It's just a method of tuning into our inner feelings.
Yeah, so we started off with intuition, which is, as Thomas said, is the hearing part. And we all have a hearing part. And that wherever it is in our order will depend on how we use that. That's our leadership style. Because people who have intuition first are the leaders in our society often. So their intuitive part is your leadership part. And how you use that depends on what you're doing. You know, you can decide, okay, I need to be very factual with this situation. So we call on our intuitive part.
The intuitive part likes to have challenges and likes to fix things, always looking for solutions, and wants to do things in a creative, new, and different way. Does not like to be told what to do. If you have a little child that's that would have intuitive first, they're the ones that want to tie their own shoes themselves, even though they're 3 years old. They don't know what they're doing, and they end up tying them both together, and then they cry because it doesn't work. But you can't tell them what to do. That's the little intuitive, and that's what grows up to be the big intuitive, who they don't want to be told what to do, and they have their own inspirations and their own inner guidance. They just live life according to their own ways, and there's a lot of benefits to that, because then they are the leaders of our society. They're the ones who it's their way, and they want to have their way because they consider that to be the right way.
And when they're involved in a project, they will see it through. They'll just keep on going, don't stop for meals. So we just thought, well, we put in that technique just to give you a little bit of practice of using your intuitive part by getting a word, one word, and then two words. And then that really stimulates your intuitive part because it's based on hearing, based on ideas, based on words. They listen to themselves. They listen to that still small voice inside, right? And so we all do that.
And then what we've done with that technique is we have you write the words out, and then they kind of flow into your feeling gifts with a little bit of automatic writing, and start writing and getting into that flow, getting those first words and that phrase and that sentence. That gets you into the flow. And by the time you've written all that down, you're ready to write another sentence, and then you can write another one. And you can get a real nice insight just from writing that. You'll write things that you just never even thought of. And that's your feeling gift. And your feeling gift is a whole, the other side of the spectrum almost from your intuitive part.
And we'll talk about that one in more detail another time soon. But our intuitive part, my intuitive part is fourth. We talked about having an order. Well, my intuitive path is fourth. So I find that when I communicate and when I write to people, if I'm writing anything, then I tend to be very short, factual, direct, tell it like it is, no extra words anywhere. And so it can be useful, but that's how I operate. Yeah.
Yeah, my intuitive gift is third in my gift order, and I usually use it, not that much, but well, just for my inner self, I guess. It's more of an inner use. My first gift is feeling. So when I'm communicating with myself or with my guidance, I tend to get a feeling first. And my second gift is vision. So I'll turn that into a picture. And then when I see that picture, then my third gift, intuition, then I can understand what it's about. I need the feeling, the picture, and then I can understand it. The intuitive gift, they're intuitive first, they understand it from the get-go. So, that's why people with a feeling gift people tend to think of them as being a little bit slow because it takes a while. Sometimes it's hard to discern a feeling. Feelings can be very tricky. They can be very, very subtle, and it takes a while to discern it. And people take slowness with lack of intelligence, but actually it's a kind of a depth in a way because the feelings will never lie to you.
So when intuitives are in balance, when I say intuitives, I mean those people that have intuition first as their primary means, then they are like powerhouses, really. They get things done, but they don't want to do it all. When they're out of balance, they tend to be, how would you put it? They're the taskmasters.
Slave driver.
Slave driver, there we go. So there's good and bad. I mean, all four gifts or perceptions have a balanced side and an out of balance side. So we just add this on for you just to give you a little bit more. So give the meditation technique a go, give it a try, and you'll be surprised at how when you read back on what you've written, oh, did I write that? So it's coming from you, plus your spiritual helpers and your inner self, your higher self.
And actually, it's a way of tuning into the whole universe, because when you start that automatic writing, you open up a channel between you and the whole universe. Your guidance are there, but it's between you and the universe, actually.
That's right. So it's best to do it in your own space. Just be very relaxed, just trusting and not allowing any thoughts to come in and say, oh, no, that can't be a right word. That's a bad word. Just let it go. Just let it come. Be smooth about it.
Write first and edit later, as they say.
Okay, well, I hope you enjoy our March newsletter, and happy to have any feedback at any time and be of service in any way we can.
Yep. See you all later.